girl just bit me.
What up, Rob?
Hey, what's up, Rob?
I told you not to shake her hand.
You didn't.
Oh, what's up, John?
What's up, man?
Dude.
What up, boy?
Pharaoh.
What's going on, man?
John.
Hey, Rock, you want to take a seat right here now?
Oh, no, man. I'm
Come on,
good.
man.
You know, I got to stretch my legs.
Sure.
I've been playing the organ all day, you know.
All right, gentlemen, real quick. Let's pin down what we want the young men to do this summer for leisure activities.
You know, I was thinking, we could always have like a barbecue. Or, you know, even have like a basketball tournament or something like that. You know, something the kids would enjoy.
Okay, that's good.
Right.
Hold up a sec. Let me go find me a seat, man. This not gonna work.
But yeah, maybe we could go to a theme park like Great States or water park.
Ooh, what about Majesty Island? You know, because it's a theme park and they got a water park, both in the same, you know?
Yeah, that's a good idea. Hey, man, why won't this chair move, man? Man, who set this rug like this?
Why did you move?
Because I couldn't see.
Wait, enough for you to see, just sit it down.
All right, I'm gonna just sit right here. Continue.
Okay, we need a bus and a bus driver.
Hey, Pharaoh, would you drive the bus? I'm just gonna sit right here.
Yeah. I mean, I can drive the church bus, but, you know, the church bus really hasn't been working right ever since the ice cream incident.
Oh, yeah, man.
What happened with that?
This guy took the youth to the community to sell ice cream in the middle of the winter. He came up with this great idea to give out soft serve ice cream, and he put the canisters on the engine block, and the bus hasn't worked right since.
John, it would have worked had those kids would have helped me with the towels when it started dripping. It was a good idea.
It clearly wasn't.
Well, you always doing too much.
We'll just have to rent one.
Rottweiler, these children are over here on the instruments again.
Oh, man, my work is never done. Thanks, honey. Hey, I gotta go, man.
All right, man.
Hey, look, if you need anything, let me know. All right, bro.
All right. What's up?
What's up, man?
Yeah, you gotta go. I could have shooed those kids away.
Hey, man, what's your problem with Rockwell?
He think he's so cool. Always going somewhere. Mr. Important. Always gotta be somewhere. Always doing something.
What has he done to you?
I'm trying to tell y'all, y'all don't know him. Y'all don't know Rockweiler. He always trying to be up on me. Always trying to see where I'm at. Always trying to come hang out with me. Every time I look up, he right next to me.
What? How you don't want to talk, Jonte? You was over our house so much, you became the most unwanted guest there.
Y'all said he came up the stairs with me.
He was coming to the meeting.
Yeah, he was.
Y'all don't believe me? Just the other day, we took our wives to the movie. You will never guess what happened. Man, it's crowded in here. Oh, perfect.
Get this one right here.
Oh, boy.
Oh, yeah, you found the last two.
Woo. Really?
What?
You not gonna wash your hands?
Hold on. Wait a minute. You said that place was full to capacity.
My point, it was. He should have waited. You don't do that.
Wow.
Pharaoh, you don't believe me? Every time I look up, he's at my house drinking my soda, eating my food in my garage, taking all my tools.
Come on now.
Man, just the other day, he busted in on my wife using the bathroom. My wife!
What?
Yes!
Hold on.
Isn't that his cousin?
Yeah, and what's up with all this my house talk anyway? You wouldn't have had the house if it wasn't for Rock. The only reason you there because you was there so long that when he left, he said you could stay there till he sold it.
What? Hold up. That's Rockwell's house?
So, is this meeting over with?
Yeah, I guess, man.
Good. Hey, John, me and you, tonight, 7:30, the game night?
Of course not, man. The last time he was at my house, you ain't leave until I had to go to work. No.
You really that bad, John?
Hey, you just don't know, but you will.
Hey, dude, me and you know how we get down, bro.
Hey, man, you already know my ass.
Man, I guess I'll watch the game at home then, by myself.
Wait a minute.
Pharaoh, I got it. Me, you, our wives, your place, Tonight, 7:30. See you there, buddy.
Okay, good. So I was right. That was in 2015. Yo, yo, thanks for watching. Thanks for watching. This is Culaheev doing a commentary here on Bad Neighbor. So, um, what do I want to say about this? Okay, so this was the most difficult one for me by far of the three Lessons from the Church Balcony films because the editing with the everybody had plenty of lines and I had to match them up perfectly, so there was a lot of like trimming and uh, gains and leveling and it was so much that I was doing. I had very limited resources. Like I told you, I did this on Movie Maker and Nero, and this really, I really had to do a lot of like bootlegging, or just being super resourceful to try to get the sound right. But God blessed it, the sound was right. So this thing, Bad Neighbor, is just what it is. This story is all about what is universal. Even when you're saved, the thing that you have to contend with all the time and have to mold and correct, adjust all the time is human relations and selfish behavior. I mean, we are selfish human beings. And so we look at things from our point of view, and that's really what's happening here. Here, this guy is, from a selfish point of view, looking at how this person is making him feel, and here he is making everyone feel uncomfortable, but this is their selfish way of selfish point of view as well too, you know what I'm saying? So that's something that always has to be tweaked and adjusted, as human beings on this earth, but definitely as saints of God, that it was one of the main things that he wants us to prefer one another and to help out one another and do unto others you have them to do unto you. And you want people to go the extra mile. So you should go the extra mile too. Um, Actually, the scripture doesn't say smoothly do unto others you have them to do unto you, but it says something like, as you would have others to do to you, do ye also unto them. It's like that. That's really what it actually says, something close to that, but it's the same statement. So anyway, Bad Neighbor. I really enjoyed this. I love this shot right here. Man, this is just looking at that shot. I just remember how difficult it was because I acted in this. It's really hard to act and direct. It's so hard because your mind is split up. Already as a director, your mind is all over the place. But it's now that jazz tune, I played it, but King Edward Showers actually gave it to me many years ago, and I just repeated it. So this guy, this is Micah Carter. Uh, Micah Carter right here. He was hilarious. Oh, and this is my cousin Jabaris. This is my cousin Brandon Milton. That's Jabrina Milton's wife, husband. Jabrina Milton's husband. My cousin. This is me, Matthew Cleveland Brand Jr., M. Cleveland Brand Jr., the Color Heave, and this is Justin Johnson. Okay, all young black men, seeking to be do the superhero work that we can as black men in this world. Probably didn't know it was five black men in Chicago that was upstanding to some degree. So, but can't really speak for myself. I do what I can, but the other four guys, even though I think Justin moved to another city, but whatever. So the difficult thing about this situation is this is the first one I was like, I'm gonna make this a comedy. Now I definitely write comedically, but I really wanted this to be like comedy, and I was taught that you have like three jokes a page. So I tried to have three jokes every page. All three of them hit, but sometimes, but there should be a continuity of a feeling of a lightness throughout the whole thing. Speaking of light, you see the background, the lights in the window are black at some points, and other times they're bright outside. See, it's bright outside. The continuity is difficult, but that happened in 2.5 hours. Because every time, everything that I shot, every production I shot was about 2.5 hours. So I was going fast with everything. Every time I shoot like guerrilla filmmaking. Okay, that shot right there. Wait, let me go back. This shot right there is a motif. That. Okay, let me show it. Let me stop it again. So you see the cross there. So whenever there's I try to make sure whenever there's some type of conflict going on, and sexy lady and bad parent. So when in bad parent, whenever the girl raises her hand to do something bad, like do do do, like she's about to stab him or whatever, stab somebody or do something bad, I would show her, and it would be juxtaposed against the cross. And here he is acting up, and I juxtapose it against the cross. One of the reasons I do that is not to show how God or Jesus is destroying them, but basically Jesus died for that person. Jesus died to bring peace. The Bible says that in Colossians that he is the peace. He brought peace back to God, from human beings to God. He brought that peace back together. So like it says, the chastisement of our peace is upon him, and with his stripes are healed. So we have conflict in ourselves because we're full of sin. But because he died for us, if we choose to look to him and live for him, then we have peace. So even though it looks like it's scary, it's like, oh, it's a cross being put on a Dracula or vampire. It's actually not. It's actually the opposite. But I can understand how someone could feel that way. But that's not it. I feel like they had great chemistry.
I'm gonna just sit right here. Continue.
Okay, we need a bus and a bus
Even the
driver.
stories was just great.
Hey,
I
Pharaoh,
think
would you drive the bus? I'm just
in
gonna
the
sit
way
right
it
here.
came
I'm
out.
just
The
gonna sit
reason
right
why I can say that I thought it was great is because I swear God gives me these ideas, and like a lot of people try to take credit for, but these artists, these songwriters, and these musical artists, you all know that this stuff be coming from up above. Don't let these athletes be the only ones saying my God given ability. These ideas be coming from God, so stop it. No, if not come from God, it's coming from somewhere. So we be inspired,
John,
and
and
we
one
just
of
a
the
vessel
work
being
those kids would
used.
help me with the towels when it started dripping. It was a good idea. It clearly
I
was.
just remember cutting this
Always
together,
doing
man. It
too
was
much.
so difficult.
We'll just have to rent one.
And here's Kelly
Mr.
Wright,
Wilder,
the
these children
beautiful,
are
the
overheard on the
talented, the
instrument.
intelligent Kelly
Oh
Wright.
man, my work is never.
She's a real go
Thanks,
getter.
buddy. Hey, I gotta go, man.
Alright,
Hey,
man.
look, if you need anything, let me know. All right,
Alright,
bros.
what's up?
And that's my exit. Now I can go back to directing again.
Yeah, you gotta go. I could have shooed those kids away. Hey
And
man,
now
chill
I
out,
really
bro.
get into them
He think
to
he's so cool.
to
Always
the
going somewhere. Mr.
ICA
Important.
paradigm,
Always gotta be
inclusion,
somewhere.
control, and
Always
affection
doing
of
something.
every group.
What
And
has
you can
he
see
done to
what
you?
everybody's
I'm trying
role
to tell
is.
y'all, y'all don't know him. Y'all don't know Rockwilder. He always trying to be up on me. Always trying to see where I'm at. Always trying to come hang out with me.
Now,
Every time I look up, he right next to me.
now
What?
we had scripts
How
there
you
because
know
there was
so
so
much?
many
You was around
lines.
so much.
People
You
had
just handle
scripts
the
right there
most
on the
of when he
floor
left,
so
maybe.
that when the other
Y'all
person's
say he
talking,
can't
they'll
come
look
sit
at
with
it,
me. He
you
was
know,
coming to the
and
meeting.
read it and then continue. I think
Y'all
this
don't
dude
believe
actually
me?
has a
Just
script
wait till
sitting
they
on the
take y'all
sound
ass to the
council.
movie. You will never guess what happened.
Uh, so that was a mistake. That's a
Man,
continuity
it's
problem.
crowded in here.
So this bathroom, that picture, someone gave that to me, because I'm in film and they gave it to me for a gift, and I just use it in this. It's not even stuck on the wall. I think I just have it propped up against those two
You don't know what it
urinals,
is?
and that's the age-old joke. I just put it in there
Wait a minute.
because it's an
You said
age-old
that
joke,
place was
just
full to
paying
capacity.
homage,
My point. It was.
homage.
He should have waited. You don't do that. Wow.
And you can see
Pharaoh, you don't
there's
believe
some
me?
shots
Every time I
that
look up, he's
Jabari
at my house,
has
drinking
his
my
shirt is
soda,
dry,
eating
and
my
there's
food in my
shots where
garage,
his
taking
shirt
all
is
my
wet.
tools.
Come on now.
Because at some
Man,
point
just
we
the
took
other
a
day,
break,
busted on my wife using the
and they went outside, and it was raining. It was like horrendous raining.
Yeah. And what's so wild
Do
is
you see the
you had
lightning
a
back
house
there?
talk anyway. You wouldn't have had a house if it wasn't for Rock.
So
The only reason you there because you was there so long that when he left, he said you could stay there till he sold it.
it's the gift of filmmaking.
That's Rockwell's
This
house?
guy really had his nerve trying to get this guy, paint him out to be a bad guy, and this guy gave him a
So, since
house
we know
to live
Quinn,
in. Him and his wife and his family, a house
yeah,
to
I
live
guess.
in. This guy is
Good.
so
Hey, John,
thinking
me
about
and you
himself.
tonight,
It's really
7:30,
terrible.
game night.
Of
All you can do
course
is
not,
shake
man.
your
The
head.
last time you was at my house, you ain't leave until I had to go to work. No.
I don't really know what the answer is with people that are like that generally most of the time, but I think this is the best thing you can do is protect yourself. Not being mean or rude. Just be like, no, we ain't hanging out. Or, if you know y'all you all interests don't align, you don't have to force yourself to do stuff with them. I mean, it's only gonna cause more problems probably.
Your place tonight, 7:30.
Look at
See you there,
Brandon.
buddy.
He has that note, Galaxy Note. That thing everybody loved it. That's what made them start to really compete with iPhone. I'm just gonna say that. Okay, so withdraw that food from the neighbor's house, lest it be weird thee and so hate thee. I hope this is pretty self-explanatory. Basically, it's kind of like some people say it's kind of mind your business, not so much. It's just like let your relationships breathe. Like let your relationships breathe, because sometimes you will become a burden if you always asking the same person. You got a fundraiser or something, you always asking this person for some money for your fundraiser, for your kids or for yourself or your church or for your business or your job or whatever. Now it's good, we should help out one another, but sometimes it's like, yo, ask Susie next time. Now, ask me, because then sometimes now I'm gonna have to remove myself if it becomes too burdensome, because I don't want to feel bad, by just not giving money. But then that's me too, So I mean, I don't know if that's right either, because that's selfish thinking. But hey, you can only do what you can do, and sometimes it's too much. So what you don't want to be is a burden on other people. Running somebody's house the first time, you going all up and down the stairs and going to their refrigerator. It's like, yo, what are you doing, man? And then just because someone say my house, my home is your home, does not mean that you're supposed to actually treat it like it's your home. I'm sorry. Some people say, no, I really mean it. Yeah, you're saying that now, but when it's time to go to bed and they say, hey, bruh, can you get up? Because I want to sleep on this side of the bed. I want to sleep. Well, why are you in my room with me and my wife? Get out of here. I told you you could stay here, but you ain't staying. So, hey, let's get for real. So, that's really what it is. It is really about human relations and selfish, really just the selfish intentions that we have as human beings, and we have to fight against that. So that's what it is. And above all, serve God regardless. And that's really it. I'll let this play. So I did two different versions of this ending, where I did this line 3 times and one is 5 times. So depending on how long it's gonna take for the credits, I will let it go 3 times. So, but that time I only did 3 because I made the credits go up really quickly. So that's all for that. Thank you all. If you got any questions, any comments, well, you got any questions, feel free. I'll look at them and I'll see what I can do about answering them. All right, and check me out on Culaheev YouTube, Culaheev Gamer on YouTube, Cleveland Brown on YouTube, because that's where you can see my percussion, me actually in action. All right, I'm out.